this is about firsts. So there's so many different experiences that flood to my mind, but I wanted to take us all on a miraculous journey together. So my presentation that I have for you, if you can see the television, First Crushes, or a deep dive into the reasons why I am in fact going to hell. Thank you. I am gay, I am non-binary. Those are not the reasons why I'm going to hell, just to be clear. Thank you. I'm going to hell because I've had ungodly thoughts about these people you're going to see up here. Okay? Ungodly. So before we get started, I just want everybody to close their eyes and think about where you were and who you were back in the mid to late 90s. Some people weren't even born then. There's babies in the audience. Can you believe? Think about who you were, where you were living, what you were doing, what media you were consuming. Everybody close your eyes. I can see you. Close your eyes and paint that picture. Paint that scene. And then I want you to take that painting and throw it in the trash because this is about me! All right, so tonight, giving you some context, in the mid to late 90s, I was but a wee young warthog. I was just trying to figure stuff out. I was trying to get into that sweet spot of my bangs covering my unibrow. I finally got there in that last picture. It took some time, it took some finessing. So I was very thankful to grow up in such a heyday of children's entertainment. I mean, I'm not keeping up with what they're watching these days, but the Disney Renaissance, Cartoon Networks, Nickelodeon, all of that was just like creme de la creme. So I'm just gonna take a deep dive with y'all into my animated crushes. So first, wonderful. So first one is a three-way tie. Teen Titans television show on Cartoon Network from 2003. It's a three-way tie, and it was my gender and sexuality awakening because not only did I want to be Robin, I wanted to have sex with him. And not only did I want to have sex with him, I wanted to have sex with all three of them at the same time. And that's how I first started thinking about polyamory before I had a word for it. Yes. So we're just gonna move on to the next one. We're just gonna get into it. Yes, from the critically acclaimed film A Goofy Movie. And its sequel, An Extremely Goofy Movie. We have Roxanne. Oh, Roxanne, what a babe, right? She is so babely, so curvaceous in the best places that you almost forget that she's a fucking dog. That's a dog. You know? And this is a safe space here, right? This is a safe space. I'm calling it a safe space. That makes it a safe space. So by a show of hands, who would want to have sex with this dog? Yeah, we got some truth tellers over here. We got a whole house of liars. Okay, cool. So Roxanne, I think when I saw her, especially in this fantasy daydream scene, was what I first, I think, retrospectively will call it gay panic. I think that's what I felt, just sitting there, probably in the movie theaters, just praying to God that no one would see me trembling and homosexual. Next we have Space Jam. Lola Bunny, baby. So we had a couple of contenders. There are some honorable mentions of the night. There was Jessica Rabbit, of course, of Another Rabbit Family. But here I'm doing a deep dive from most human to least human. So she's an honorable mention. Another honorable mention of tonight are the gargoyles from Hunchback. Not as much in a sexual way, but in a life partner way. So Lola Bunny, had her ears in a high femme ponytail. It was just the sexiest thing I could ever imagine as a young child. And I don't know if y'all know this, but the internet has actually been in an uproar about her more recent renderings where she is flat-chested. I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. She's still sexy no matter what she looks like, okay? Flat or bodacious, I love her. I love her. And I'm saving everybody right now because there are some really, really horrible fanfic drawings of her on the internet. But there's kids here, so we're just keeping these ones. We're keeping these ones. All right, so next, we're getting along, we're moving along. We got Kovu from Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Some people didn't even know there was a Lion King 2. If there's a 2, there's a 1.5. Go home, run home and watch them. Okay, these are fantastic films, and Kovu is the bad boy lion of your daydreams. He is so handsome as a young lion. He grows up so fine. What a handsome young lion. He looks so good. I didn't think it was weird to have a crush on a cartoon lion, but now I'm in front of a bunch of people and I realize it's weird. But we're getting into it. All right, so let's get to the next one. I don't really need to explain myself. Okay, come on. No. Next slide, please. And last but definitely not least, we have Babette. Babette, the French feather duster from Beauty and the Beast circa 1991. Specifically when she's a feather duster, not when the curse is lifted. And she's her sexy French woman self. I was definitely not interested in that. And I'm definitely not interested in her as a human now. So for all of these reasons, those are the reasons why I'm going to hell. Not because I'm queer, not because I'm transgender. It's because this is what I thought of late at night. So I really hope that all of you will go home and think about, the media that you grew up watching and all those ungodly thoughts you had about the weirdest characters. Does anybody want to shout any out right now?
Aladdin.
Oh, Aladdin, of course! He's a little too human for my liking. But yes, Aladdin. Anybody else want to share? The fox from Robin Hood. Yes, the fox. He was so handsome. That is definitely my gender. If you have to ask me what my gender presentation is, it's the fox. It's definitely the fox. Anything else? Anybody else want to share? Shigo! Yes, from Kim Possible! Incredible! I want to thank you all for joining me for my TED Talk. My name is Oliver DeLuz. Thank you for listening.